What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Journeyman in Football Manager 2022. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you have been enjoying the series, as we are generally this is a pretty substantial moment. Of course, we know we've already qualified for the Europa League, but we'll just go through. There's a few relevant messages. The one we're looking for is the group stage draw. We've been seeded 4th. This could be interesting to see who we go up with. So we'll go through the process. We'll draw all these. Just get the initial ones. There's no reaction to that, as they're the first groups. First teams in the groups. And you notice, you'd say Zagreb. The rest of the team, maybe Shakhtar, then maybe in between, but then the rest are kind of on a similar playing field than Celtic. Yeah, maybe Celtic and Shakhtar on a similar level. So group E, G, or H is probably you wanna take, and then Sporting, maybe close, but the likes of especially Roma, Madrid, Tottenham, you'd like to stay away from them, but. Let's go through. I want to see if any notable, Club Brugge in Belgium, Newcastle. That could be a tough group. The Newcastle, see how it's so deep. Like Newcastle not making the Champions League, obviously Premier League will always be competitive, and PSV into Group F as well. But FM gods, put us into Group G, please. That's going to be the group to get into, really. See, Gladbach, pretty notable team. It's going to be, you're going to require luck. So, third seeds. Nice, obviously, they're a French club as well. Ooh, yeah. You think about Group C now, because obviously, Atletico Madrid, tough, but then Nordsjælland and Victoria Plzen, you'd say they're beatable. So that opens another one, thankfully. Just increases the chances. Then Group D, Besiktas, they're, again, not same level, but, they're notable-ish. They're going to have some okay players. Okay. I tell I'm like Hungary, like Shakhtar and Gladbach, they're probably going to go through. So Group A would be a tough one, unless, I'd like to give some respect to ourselves though, right? And Zenit, Group F will be hard, man. Again, teams that are around this, you expect Tottenham to be the strongest. Sometimes Zenit can be a fairly strong side as well. It all depends on the signings, really, because we are 2028, so they're Russian. Who knows the future repercussions of being from Russia? Okay, Group G. This could say a lot. But no, it's going to be okay. This is going to... interesting. It's going to line it up. Fenerbahce. See, these teams, like I say, they're notable, but just like the last couple, funnily enough, the Turkish, but nothing against them. But Besiktas, Fenerbahce, I'm like, they're notable. But okay, we got to think where we're at. Where do we place ourselves? Group H, Spartak Moscow. So, I just wonder, what is the preference now? I'm almost thinking Group C, because I think then the top 2 is attainable. I think above, Denmark and Czech Republic side is attainable. But then at the same time, you say Croatian and Serbian. And then with Fenerbahce, I think at a minimum we're on their level, if not better. We don't know. Again, this deep into the save. Group G, Group C or G, and I'll be confident that we could draw in. Okay, so if it's A, would I be happy? Yes. I think Rapid and EEK Athens, I think we'd beat. I wouldn't complain with this group. No. The other teams are probably happy with Qarabag, FK, Football Clubu. Look, you can learn other languages here. I'm sure it didn't mean they're good at free kicks. But next up, can't be Group B because Nice is already there. They get Groningen. I've always liked them. They were like, if a job came up from Groningen, there's just something, I've always seen them around in FM, and I wouldn't hesitate managing them. Maybe I did once back in the day. You just can't remember too much. But yeah, I'd take this. Hey, if you told me before this a group with Atletico Madrid, I'd say I'd take it. I'd say, what? No way. They're a really strong side. But again, with those clubs, I don't like saying guarantee, but yeah, it could pretty much guarantee we'll get to the next stage. All that build up, man. So that's definitely going to be fight for second. I always like a group like that when there's the next, like, there's a great team, a really good team, and then there's three around the similar level. Okay, a couple of them or one of them may be better than the others, but yeah, I think it would really be truly a fight for that second. And great for that team who would advance. And I'm like, yeah, you did well. You qualified for Europa League, and you're going to advance to knockout stages. You deserve that. Like, I'm just like so nice about it for other clubs. See, from my perspective, if I was those clubs. So I guess we go back to Group G as the target. Realistically, a group we could top. Like, let's put expectations on ourselves. We're not even there yet. So which other groups could we top? Or they're going to be tricky, I tell you what. I don't even know. I feel the rest are on similar levels outside of, Group G. So let's just go through it, and we could be here forever. So Group D, Sporting, Besiktas, Newcastle. Yeah, you got to analyze their teams because they could have good wonder kids, whoever coming up. Let's see. Linf, that would be tough for them. The other three clubs are smiling. Easy beats. So, Shakhtar, Gladbach. Okay, at least there's one easy, like, that's a guaranteed win. But sometimes that's bad because when they're like that much of a guarantee, that's wins to the other clubs as well. So, is it really something exciting when there's only one of those teams in the group? We've got to think. Ukrainian. Yeah. And Gladbach maybe could be on similar levels. So Group E wouldn't be a group of death. Oh, Panathinaikos. That makes that group really interesting. But you'd probably put your money on Shakhtar and Gladbach. And of course, I say, like, Shakhtar, I say, Ukrainian. But they're still a pretty good club. They're known to have good players there. So Tottenham, PSV. We'd probably have to get a better of PSV or Zenit. It would make it interesting enough. Like, we really had to be left this late. So Group G, we built it. We mentioned it from the start. Group G, I think Group G, we could top it. And if we don't, it's going to decide. That means we're in Group H, and there's Celtic, Villarreal, Spartak. They're decent names, and they would make the group stage interesting. But they're not deadly. But I mean, you look at this whole Europa League campaign. Obviously, you wait for Champions League group stages and all that, so it's not finalised in terms of saying who's the good teams in it. But I'd want G. We get G, mate. We get G. Come on. So we just finalised that. We're very happy with Group G because Red Star, Fenerbahce, Dynamo Zagreb, that's easy enough to say, Dynamo Zagreb. I think we could top that group. Like, do you think we don't settle, we'll at least get second? Like, shall we mean something and, we mean business for other teams to take us seriously and maybe scare them off a bit. We're not going to analyse the teams individually. We'll do that when those respective games come around. Obviously, not every single group stage game we'll do on camera, but we'll definitely do some when they come around. It's going to be notable. And of course, we did that first game in the last episode. We played two, again, not much off camera, but this was something notable we wanted to get in an episode just to review that. Monaco was a tough game and we got a draw. Like, I think that was pretty respectable for us to get the result there. Unfortunately, couldn't hold on to the win, but again, they got someone like Rafinha, like quality player. Once more, we're not going to analyse their whole team at this point in time anyway. And then against Montpellier, we had a really strong performance away from home as well, 3-0. So really with Faris scoring twice. So he's had a pretty good start to the season, Faris. Definitely why we kept him around. And if he could have a big goal-scoring season, it will mean a lot. So we'll just see how we do. And we'll just do the single match in this episode because we did have the group stage build-up to take a part of the episode instead of a match. So Saint Etienne, especially against a pretty notable side. But they've got things to worry about. They've got, look at their group stage. See, guys, what would have been better? Say we qualify for Champions League. Say if we were the French team in it instead of Saint Etienne, even though the draws don't generally work like that, we could have got someone else. But just imagine being in their shoes. Arsenal, Real, they could have a tough time. So we got to think realistically. Like for our position as a manager, like in the Journeyman, we have a chance to maybe go all the way or go further. Say you get knocked out of the group stage Champions League. I say if we get out to some point, well, I think I'm very confident we'll get into the knockout stages. Say if we get to the semi-final, maybe at least even quarterfinals. I think that's a better achievement, even though Champions League is a bigger competition. It's interesting how you weigh up that situation. But yeah, I'm happy with where we are at anyway. Just with that conversation. You know, last season we talked about Diakabi just being at the top of the training. He does again consistently. He's finding some solid training. If you see strength, one of them right there, training, we're working on his strength. Shock that his strength's improving. Like, I just want to see, because obviously, well, if you didn't know, it might not be obvious, it works on his jumping reach as well, so that's a target I wanted. It was a bit annoying. I would love to train heading specifically and jumping at the same time, but yeah, maybe we'll mix it in the season. So hopefully get jumping reach to 11, then we'll maybe try and work on his heading a bit. But yeah, the strength is moving. Yeah, strength is moving there, and of course a few other attributes. Who's this? Like, why my appointment? What are you talking about? Took 7 questions. Like, it's not new news. He just doesn't want to comment on me. So yeah, he's focused on his own stuff, Sasha. But like, that's all right. Like, I get like his point of view, but why is he talking about it now? Or media, why are you so slow to mention it? Guys, I have a hot take that the media, like the social media, and you know when you get the rumors and all that, they almost discover better players than your own scouts. Like, this guy's not the perfect explanation. He's a bit average. He's got some, unique, or what, really interesting. The amount of attributes, he has 14 and 15. Intriguing. But anyway, I feel like there's other sections of the game where pretty good players can get shown to you. And I mean, for that value, if you're a lower team, like, he can be a good lower league player if he wants to, whatever lower league you're playing in. If he wants to join you, yeah. It all depends on your budget, again, quality of your league. And yeah, you just have to weigh that up. Because I'd probably look to use him as a poacher, but then he's got good dribbling as well. But yeah, just try and utilize those attributes that are good, because obviously he's got some weaker ones too. But the amount of 14s and 15s could be impressive for a lower level of football. But yeah, as they just the fans anticipate, get in the comments, guys. Where do you, like, realistically, if this was from a neutral perspective, which position do you think will finish? Would you expect it? But you can't say realistic in terms of, I like to say real life, say neutral, not just because you want me to do well, but at the same time, I like to think we're improving Bordeaux as well. So yeah, I mean, I think we can top. I think we can get the top. But we haven't analysed all those clubs yet. They could have superstar regions, you never know. But the fact they're targeting Zagreb as the best, like, look at far out. Oh no, they could have some star. Who's this 16-year-old? Yeah, I really like looking at the 16-year-olds. Can I take that back? I mean, without a scout report, he could have good potential at the time being. Yeah, let's just take a look. Like, who's their best players? Can we go to players? Thank you. They've got minimal. They could have grayed out players. Don't be surprised when that comes. Like, they've got Suso. Let's sort by transfer value. Bartol Franjic, not bad. Like, he's solid. He's solid, versatile player. And then Juan Manuel Cruz, a 29-year-old. So, no, it looks like they've got teams on our level or just below. So, look, they've got the best player here, 24 years old. My God, that must be a young folk. We're in 2028. Interesting. Is this like a young Leo Messi? I say that just because his hair, good first touch, Yeah, great agility. So, yeah, not to the same level, but really intriguing. Maybe the Aldi Leo Messi. Or the Walmart, depending what part of the world you're from. But once more, just the guy to point out in this save, because you could be playing a lower level of football, and he could be a good signing for you. And like someone that gets 16 first touch, 19 agility, and even you pay a respectable mention to the 15s there, like his passing and technique, and even, yeah, well, we know he's really quick, but in terms of his technicals, you know he's going to be really agile. Yeah, with a 19, but yeah, good on the dribble. Even though his dribbling's only 13, the 16 first touch, 19 agility really increases that. But then he'll have the technique to just instruct him not to shoot. And he tries killer balls and knocks ball past, tries tricks. Yeah, like, do you ever come across a player and you just want to see how he plays in game? That's where I'm at with this guy. I've got to remember his name. I just want to see how he looks in game with his specific attributes. I just want to see how he plays. He's rated at like above Motta's level, but that's him being rated at right mid, and we don't look to sign. Yeah, we haven't looked to like have someone natural in right mid. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. You can tell I love FM. Those kind of these situations I could just talk about. But yeah, this game, Saint Etienne, it's tomorrow. I like to think we're gonna get an injury in between then. And yeah, they've started pretty well to the season. So, and we know they're a challenger for us. Oh, PSG. They couldn't beat Angers away from home. So they've already dropped points. I mean, we have as well, but it's notable. Like, it would be good if PSG, I'm not going to analyze their players right now. Again, yeah, we'll get into the game for the episode. But yeah, it's good to have an episode like this every so often where we cover some other information. So hopefully you enjoyed that. The more finer details of our progress. And we talk about our income a little bit, the gate receipts. We've got because in case it's something outlandish, if we say that, like, yeah, prize money. So we're not going to be getting that every month. And that will probably be the reason we profit, because it isn't that far above the expenditure. But to finish off the month is a home game. Like, we should get a good crowd in this one too. So yeah, let's see how this one plays out. I'm not sure I pointed out already too, but Column's already got an under 21 cap for France at 16. Massive. See, I love all these different unique storylines. The guy's value 25 mil to 42. When it's not someone you poach, just naturally came through our intake, man. Like, that's so exciting. Told you. I love this stuff, man. So yeah, PSG. Okay, we may just do a quick overview of their signings, at least ones that you can, yeah. Do you feel my reaction? Did they really sign a 36-year-old Mo Salah on a free? I mean, we signed Dybala. Should I not be shocked? But he obviously didn't show up in my settings. He probably didn't want to join us. And then obviously a former teammate of his, their teammates again, Andrew Robertson. But he's 34 as well. I wonder. But they don't look, their attributes, don't look like they're so slow now. Amazing. Oh, of course, Andrew Robertson. Yeah, Andrew Robertson, he's a physical beast in terms of his, fitness level. So that's not surprising. I actually really rate how he goes about it. Obviously, he doesn't get the same talk like some... Mo Salah. Yeah, superstar player. But yeah, I really like Andrew Robertson, how he goes about it. And just to take a look at this, Heyo Hamo, he's a regen, but just to let you guys know, look at all those greens. He must be a healthy boy. It's fair, 66 million. And then this guy's probably not up to the scratch yet. So yeah, he's a wonder kid. Yeah, nice signing. Didn't outlay too much for him, but give you a perspective on those signings. And they didn't sell much as well, or really anything of note. So it's like you would say for a PSG, like they didn't make too many changes. A couple of respectable players for sure. But it's like they only enhanced their team from last season. So expect them to be a big player, which they usually are. But they give you the context of how their team is. They've only enhanced it, haven't lost a lot. Handy for us if Mo Salah is getting some national team games. Ooh, he hasn't yet, which is really intriguing. What I mean is just focusing about like his fitness. His sharpness not bad because you make him available for reserves, but yeah, it would be good if he does. He's a bit in between because he's not a real top talent, but, become a 4-star player, plays a role in the squad. I think we'll do Fenerbahce because, again, Zagreb is probably too close of this episode just with the playing off-camera process. And then, a lot of the time we like to finish off at the end of the month. So I think that just shapes up perfectly. But, I think you would expect us to control that group stage. But it's substantial. Yeah, Europa League. Starting to make it really exciting, especially for you guys. It's you're really waiting for these episodes, the new episodes to drop. The story is starting to hit the heights. Now, reputation, still that 3-star. That's been the hard, once we've got to that 3-star, it's been real hard to get to the next stage. But, I think playing European football now, Europa League, I think it's substantial enough to get that next level up, at least come to the end of the season. And Lorient, they did one there. Oh, yeah, they won that. So they're sitting third early. Isn't Ponce a younger striker too? Just to show you, he's older now. But it was maybe a few years ago he was a young talent at, Old Boys. Ironically, though, I think they're known for bringing through some young talents. Highest value, there's a 20-year-old there, and he's listed, so that's an interesting one. Looks average, but anyway. Let's get into our game now. You're probably like, this is why it takes so long with the episodes. Nah, but love to micromanage, that is for sure. So for the bench anyway, I think it's going to be a rotation job. Fontaine Pereira, probably just trying now. Pereira gets his fitness. Again, make him available for the reserve side. And Fontaine, he's someone we've been a bit... No, if he's not the right word, we've been just patient with him because clearly he could be a future prospect player, column in his position. It's such a strange thing to monitor with him, and because I don't like settling for someone saying, he'll be the... Like, he's a still young player, even though he's older than Column. Column is just going to be a world beater. Fontaine, it's a really intriguing situation because he's clearly best as a left back, but he's not as good as Column. So, it's a tricky one. What would you do in that situation? Do you just see, do you plan him to be the backup and rotation and somehow make him happy enough to be that? But Motta we've looked to use in that centre mid as a Mazzala. As you can see, he's not even natural there, not yet anyway. We'll work him inside forward on that left side, as you know. So just managing him at the moment. He has those great mentals though. So I'm like, I want to see what he does. I want to see how Singh's looking. Not bad. So he's 3-star rated. And then Imran Louza as well. It's a toughie. It's a toughie because it's a pretty tough guy. Motta, I'm going to play him. I think. Like, do you guys see the same? Let me know your opinions. I think he's got special ability. Like, he can do something above what those other guys can. So, do you see that the same way, or do you like that more steady experience, especially for that role? But anyway, I'm rolling with that. I like players that could have that potential of doing something special. Or even Victor, who's been consistent. We used, he was at attacking midfield last season for us. But, they're like 3-star central types, but Motta, he's got those extra attributes to him. Maybe less so on the technicals, but the mentals are really, really good. Or at least not as balanced. He's got some not bad technicals. So, we're getting a bit technical about it, but I would love it if he has a great game. Would be perfect. They've got a Diakabi as well. Got Otavio, Johnny Kone. All right. This is going to be an interesting match. David Soria's shown some experience in goal so far. So pick up where we left off last time out. I think we're going to try and, build on those reactions. Okay, not bad. Make the difference. Attackers. We're going to leave it. So we've got a loss, draw, and win so far. We've had experience getting each result. Saint Etienne have been good though. That he's the guy I pointed out. In case you skipped over that moment, but he's a absolute clinical striker. a man we've got to worry about, as we'll just go through this again. Yeah. This is a tricky game, but it's at home. So I want to play our natural game, see if we will be allowed to, see if we, or we'll take a look at that early. What the possession stats going to be like. Okay. If it stays pretty even, or Saint Etienne, Dominguez, early yellow. We just, at least a early enough shout. Instruction-wise, I feel like we're not going to dominate it. Maybe not play out of defense. Just a single change. And be more expressive. Even still keeping the shorter passing. That's a bit of an in-between change that we make. Or than we make. Really, really intriguing. Doesn't change a whole lot. We'll go a bit more direct now. Slightly more direct. Maybe play for some set pieces and hit crosses in. So switching that up a bit. Demand more for the last 7 minutes or so of the half. Let's see. Let's see, does this do anything? Far out, man. Oh, we didn't see. Really? Didn't see anything. Sets up for a second half to liven up a bit. Not happy. Come on, Motel. At this point in time, that selection, which kind of just how he reacted, I have faith in you. Just turn that around. Then it isn't the worst team talk. Yeah, when you look as an overview right now, pretty motivating. Let's see some of that. Come on. But see, I feel like Saint Etienne, they're defending us. Like, they're restricting us today. So they're, having a good game. And it gives us an idea of where we're at as well. We can get a real feel of that. We can get a real feel. Luca, he's so good though. Told ya. We get a real feel, and that's pretty disappointing. Just in from again, with motivating team talk. Doesn't mean anything. Again, out of disappointment. Bit of frustration. He just ran away from Sorensen. That created the space and then opened it for them. For those players running through. So that essentially was the difference. So once more, going back to his attributes, I think just the beastliness in his physicals, really just separated them. And literally separated. That's disappointing. We're going to go 2 up top. We're more direct with it here. So we're going to leave it as default. What we have in those settings. So Dybala goes up top. We'll just switch these two. I think, definitely. You saw the increase of the roll abilities. And the fact, that's dangerous. Faris. And I'm sorry if it annoys anyone, because I notice it when I'm editing. Sometimes I'll get distracted and say the next thing before I'll complete the player's name. I'll go Far and then say something else. But those 4, surely that creates something attacking wise for us. You know what I mean? And then Mota, put him on advanced playmaker on attack. Come on. Do you get my frustration? Surely we've got to see something from that. Yeah, we got the overlap, so the fullbacks to get... I'm as I said, we don't want to change too much of the natural setting we've got. And I'm going to take off Pablo Martinez. I want to say something about him. Being on hands... Oh, my God. Let's switch these for a second. And then I'm going to put him back to... Oh, my gosh. I'm seriously going there. Just to show you him again, for those of you that missed him. 17 passing, 16 technique. I'm just we've got to see, chances, right? If we concede, you're you went too creative. But that's the way I see this. Saint Etienne have to punish us, or we've got to see something. Come on. Hold up. Encourage, because I know that's pretty positive, even though Sorensen doesn't react well to that. Just came on. It's going to be it's clearly one of these games. Ooh, I was about to say we need to go more direct with it. It just... it has been... like, yeah, we prevent that. But it feels like a game, like, we can't do anything against this team. And then, they're nowhere near PSG level. I think we need like an outlandish tactic, if that makes sense. Like, we need something really different that switches up the game. Because I think that's what we need right here. If very attacking, maybe we go try and stretch them, go through the middle. And then we go to direct. I don't like shoot on sight. That just screams wasting chances, honestly. Right now, Hansen, like, he looks like a bad sub because his condition's gone down and nervous. Like, but like, the benefit I was gonna say, he's fresh legs, but he got a knock or something. Bring on Fontaine for Colomb. Just like, give him a chance. Go high line, get stuck in. I feel like I'm going like all the different unique things or extra things to see something. Alright. I want to at least do this until the 80th. 80th to 85th, man. Like, come on. Yeah. Dybala, come on. Dybala. Oh, yeah. Saint Etienne. We've seen a difference in opponents for sure. But we were more smooth. Smooth and fluid against Monaco, I guess, is the best way to pull it. I guess Hansen, he just messed up. Could we put Faris up top? Can we do that? Nah, it's too much. The carpentry. I'm seeing what we can work from this. I don't even know. Because right now we're taking a loss. It's a loss right now. Fullbacks, push the wing backs. Fontaine, I know he's only 1 star on that, but wing backs, defend, none. Sometimes I can go chasing, best ratings, but no. Let's drop the tempo and then go fully direct. I don't go full on both. I don't like the feel of that. And then, yeah, part of me just... Faris. Maybe put the carpentry through the middle. And I'm like, hey, on Ganch. You can tell I'm just throwing things here. This is not... We haven't even practiced. Just chucking everything at him. And put Dybala in. I think deep line forward for Dybala would be decent. Because he's got his creative threat. Faris, like, he's been our finisher of late. Like, he's been scoring. Or he's been finding goals, even from that left side. I've gone so deep with this, haven't I? But as I said, for me, this game, we weren't seeing a goal. And fire up. I rarely say that because, again, I'm not sure. Oh, no, not too bad. But regardless, okay. Even if it's for them. Okay. We'll probably see nothing for us. Sometimes, maybe just to make the point that this game was never on our side. No matter the change we made. Like, no matter what we did, bro. Like, far out. We were never scoring today. So all I can really reflect is show frustration to the players. But, yeah, we were just never scoring on this game today. For whatever the reason. Which is pretty disappointing. And Saint Etienne, like, I'm like, are they really that good, bro? Like, far out. Like, that is more frustrating than losing 3 or 4-0 to a PSG. Like, because I feel we should be doing more against them. Come on. All right, just check out the messages. And yeah, Saint Etienne. I guess they're the form team. Well, not the form team. A form team at the moment. Like, they've started well. They're going to be another challenger. At least until Champions League comes around, they'll get busier. But, yeah, they're going to have another good season. I say it sometimes as well. generally, teams start well. They're set for a good season. Obviously, some teams could drop down, but yeah, you can get that vibe. Anyway, we're going to leave it there, especially that the fact I was planning to, but the fact that Marseille is 2 weeks away, international break. Yeah, that's a good time. So I know that result is probably a bit disappointing. We didn't see our natural game, and I felt we've shown that in the first few games. Even when we lost against Lorient, like we showed something, we scored, and yeah, first game of the season. Not too normal, though we don't see a goal at home. So, and coming off a great attacking performance away against Montpellier. So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode anyway. We can celebrate, if it's something to celebrate, drawing the group stages in the Europa League. It's something exciting anyway. As I said, a notable moment, highlight, title of the episode. As I said, it's a pretty notable moment of the series, of the save. So again, thumbs up, appreciate most of you guys, the most you guys can get on the video. They do help out. So I'll leave it there for now and see you guys next time.